Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending whereabouts on the planet you're watching this video. Now, this, after having been on YouTube since 2007, this is my first unboxing video. Well, that's what it was supposed to be, but I actually drove to the shop in a car that was not quite big enough to fit the entire box in, so I had to leave the box behind. So it looks like I couldn't get that right, but never mind. This is the unboxing of the Kawai VPC1. Now, what is this machine? This came out in 2013 as a controller keyboard with a hefty price tag, I think at the time of nearly $2,000 US. What that would have been in pounds before Brexit, I don't know. But anyway, it has since come down in price to just over half of that, which is still quite expensive for a controller keyboard. So what's the deal? Well, essentially what you're paying for is the all-round materials and internal components such as wooden keys, weighted hammers, balance pins, basically the exact internal action of a concert grand piano, such as a Steinway or a Bosendorf or a Yamaha C7. It has built-in approved touch curve settings for several virtual pianos, such as Synthogy Ivory 2, which is what you're now hearing, and the VPC editor software for use with other up-and-coming virtual pianos. All of these are of huge benefit to classical players who need control of dynamics and phrasing when using virtual instruments. And to round off with, it certainly looks the part as well. Now, initially I did have a couple of small concerns about the placement of the USB sockets and the music stand. For instance, instead of having holes at the top of the unit to fix the stand, like we see here on my old Yamaha P45, we've got a couple of plastic brackets screwed to the back. This would mean, of course, if the unit was roughly the same height as the table, it wouldn't sit flush with it. Of course, I could move the unit slightly higher than the table, which would allow me to use the music stand and close the gap. But then it would expose the USB and MIDI sockets, and you can see that that wouldn't be a very good idea. But really, in the end, these are just minor quibbles, really. They haven't really affected anybody else that's bought this instrument. I've seen some really good setups. My solution, really, since I have an adjustable table, is to do away with the music stand. I mean, after all, I bought this instrument to record performances of pieces which I'd learned and memorized, so there really is no need for me to actually have a music stand. So really these are insignificant concerns, since ultimately what I have is a controller keyboard that looks and feels like a grand piano. That to me is really what matters, and suffice it to say, I am well pleased with this machine.